All right. So we are being recorded. We are on Facebook. We're happy to be with everybody. And we are here live with everybody also here. And whoever is sitting directly behind me and hiding, if you can come forward, then everyone can see you. As we often say, I cannot be the cameraman, but often end up being the cameraman as well. All right. So dear devotees, on Zoom, on Facebook, and in the recorded version, means in the recording, almost the same, but different. We're here together to share, and we're here together to share Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev-Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai, and Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rock of Sridhar Dev-Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. So happy to have you all with us. Here it is a Thursday early morning, with some of you on the West Coast, and in the USA it is evening, late afternoon, early evening, I think 7 p.m., something like that, in California, if I'm not mistaken. And in Thailand, it is mid-morning. Yes, with the sun shining, the sun heading our way after some time. We have hope. And we got a thumbs up from Ganga Leela Devi Dasi, and online. Just checking. Okay, so we are on Facebook this week as well. We have 2 different internet connections. All right, dear devotees, let us begin as we do with often do with a mini Vandanam, Vandeham, Omagyan, Namo Maha, and Vanchakalpa, these 4 verses. So on this side, slowly together. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Pada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavangscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatan Vitan Tan Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Param Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitancha Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshuran Militam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Mahavaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Name Gora Trijay Namaha Panchakalpa Tarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. And to Mathura Basini Devi Dasi, and to Prema Sindhu Prabhu, our Dandavat Pranam, you're immediately online with us, and happily making, I know you're making sure we're looking after Seva Rupa okay. So she's doing okay, she's survived until now, and we'll hear from the devotees one by one in a few minutes' time. And I suppose, first of all, from my side, and just to say, with back to basics, one of the very basic things that we always want to have and pray Krishna will give us the opportunity to have is good association. And so here we are, we're speaking from Villa Govinda Ashram, where really we've been very fortunate, we're all fortunate to have association of each other, of similar-minded devotees on the similar goal, with the similar faith and aspiration in our line of guardians in this world. So happily, Zoom is a subtle form of meeting you, and we are meeting you on Zoom and on Facebook and in different ways. But from the subtle comes the growth. We know about the evolution, this subjective evolution of consciousness book, giving us Srila Guru Maharaj giving us a very clear idea, as well as, I believe it's the 5th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, explaining subtle to gross. However, in this occasion, whether it's fully applicable or not, we can say that on Zoom, we meet so many times, so many of you, and we know you on Zoom, as it were. But yesterday evening, we had the Italian Zoom, and we realized that actually almost everybody in the room, in the temple room, and there were quite a lot, almost everybody is also on Zoom. So we see on Zoom, and then we have all the personalities who we normally see in the boxes, and they're here in the room. And we went through, and there's only one or two who we don't see on the Zoom program. So anyway, that was just a bit of new realization for me. So, I mean, realization, just some thought. So we're meeting here and always looking forward to the day when we are meeting together in person. Dana, are you hearing us happily? Or are you hearing us fearfully? We are all vegetarian, no one will bite. Hare Krishna. Anyway, Dana, you may have sent us a message because we were almost able to contact yesterday, but we'll catch up after this program. All right, so we are with devotees, and it's been an opportunity to share many things, and sharing means giving and taking, and we were reminded yesterday too of the Sri Upadeshamritam and Mahaprabhu's instruction, but via Rupa Goswami. Rupa Goswami giving us the 6 forms of association, that giving gifts and accepting gifts, and revealing one's mind in confidence, and inquiring confidentially, and giving distributing foodstuffs and accepting foodstuffs, and especially prasadam. So this interaction between devotees, it increases the loving affection between devotees. And when we follow these principles, then naturally some increase with loving affection. Where is love? Where is affection? Found in its very clean form is in family life. I mean, in the sense, in the clean form, in the good family, in the functional family, then that is the place where everyone's helping everybody else. It's all with some harmonious dealings. We're not in anxiety about leaving anything out on the table or something. You're with family and everyone's participating in one way or another, helping each other. And with the family, natural affection. So affection, we are getting our loving dealings, the priti. Priti means affectionate, loving dealings with each other. And this is what Krishna wants from the devotees, that they will be having a loving relationship with each other, because that is the very nature of Krishna's land upstairs in Goloka Vrindavan. So here in Villa Govinda, we are still in the middle of maybe 1 week, I'm not sure how many days festival is advertised, maybe 10-day festival. And we're happily with many devotees here. And as devotees also going because they have duties, they can stay a few days and go. Also, devotees are coming. And so yesterday, 4 devotees left, but 1 devotee came. And so we're thinking that 1 devotee has the responsibility to fill the gap of 4 devotees. Just see, a lot of weight on their shoulders. Anyway, happily I'm here. And as you were mentioning at the very beginning, one of the principal things we all want, we all feel, oh, it'd be wonderful if we can be with devotees. And when we are with devotees, we must appreciate them very much. And especially it's the time in physical proximity, etc., to remember all the guidance we've been given about seeing the Vaishnavas, interacting with the Vaishnavas, behaving with the Vaishnavas, what we think with the Vaishnavas, not only our external side. And so it is the opportunity for everyone. A little bit consciously, we must always consciously do these things, but also it becomes unconscious. We're not trying to bring our mind back from any wrong place or our actions back from a wrong place. So we are with the family here, and so in one sense, it's a dream come true. And truly I can remember, and Paramananda Prabhu has been reminding us, he was saying yesterday, we should remember when we first came to Krishna consciousness, how much we were attracted by the Maha Mantra when we heard the Maha Mantra, etc. But when I first came to Krishna consciousness via the book, I was also, yes, by the way, very foolishly, innocently, or whatever the word might be, but I was chanting the Maha Mantra only from the book in a way where basically by my material calculation, I thought it impossible to chant 16 rounds in a day, because I only had the book and I had no idea that chanting on the beads meant, you chant, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 rather than Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. So I was chanting, 108 times like that, and thinking, oh my goodness, these great saints in the temple, that they chant 16 rounds like this every day. And anyway, lots of things. So yes, we did remember our sort of introduction to the Maha Mantra through Srila Prabhupada and his books, and what we've heard of the devotees, and George Harrison's record presumably was out at that time or something. We'd heard somehow the Maha Mantra. But reading the book, there was the hunger to meet the devotees. And Srila Prabhupada always glorifying the devotees. And you see, Srila Prabhupada is glorifying brand new devotees who come from, who knows where. Only Krishna, we hope, in many cases. But, Srila Prabhupada is glorifying the devotees. And why? He's pointing out that they've got faith. And they've got faith in the holy name. They've got faith in the process. They do have that goal, the same goal of Krishna. Now they know who is Radha Krishna. Now they're learning, bit by bit. They've got faith. They may not know many things. They may have still, some wrong habits. And we still see devotees giving things with the left hand instead of the right hand. And these are things in the beginning, Gurudev, it's very it just seems very wrong in India to give something with the left hand. It's uncivilized. Like in our countries, I think mainly, I'm not sure about Australia, Jai Gauranga Prabhu, but anywhere else in the world, people, if you go to shake hands with somebody, it's automatically the right hand. I don't think in my whole life anybody's ever come up to try to shake hands with the left hand. So there are things we may think, oh, that's, then some strange custom. But we have our strange customs. We do shake hands with our right hand. So anyway, Srila Prabhupada, he knows that there are so many, say wrong things, physically speaking, or in the traditional way of doing things, or the proper way of doing things. But the devotees have faith. And then Srila Prabhupada, he's giving so much honor and praise to the young devotees, and he's defending them against the perfect sannyasis who probably been following the four regulative principles since they were born, and they're chanting their japa and doing many things, running ashrams. But Srila Prabhupada was getting much criticism, and that obviously is not happy to receive criticism from the God brothers, means Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's disciples. And Srila Prabhupada, however, was giving full support to the newcomer Westerners in the face of those criticisms. That yes, they may not be born this way, that way, the other way, but the holy name of the Lord and engaging in service are above anything else, above our birth, etc., etc., and giving so many examples from Srimad Bhagavatam, from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, etc., where it's not by birth, but it's by faith and by putting into practice where our faith is. So here we are, we're very happy to be with devotees who have got some heart attraction, otherwise why be a devotee? I mean, got some heart attraction for the line of Mahaprabhu, and especially for the recognition and heart attraction to our masters, beginning, you can say, with Srila Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur, Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, and Srila Gurudev. Srila Gurudev, Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, whatever order you place them, but have that 100% faith, 150% faith. Have that in all three of these great acharyas. And they have brought us to this present day where we've got our full guidance in Krishna consciousness for everyone. So anyhow, my beginning theme, little bit this of appreciating all the devotees, having the opportunity of devotee association, and engaging in devotional activities with the devotees. And so this week in Villa Govinda Ashram in Italy, it is very much that kind of association. And as I said, from subtle to gross, and nothing gross about the devotees, but almost everyone in the temple room last night, and there were how many? 30, maybe 30 devotees in the temple room. And almost everyone, there were one or two who don't come on Zoom, but almost everybody are on one Zoom or another, because there are several Zooms that take place. And so, like we are seeing you all here, and some of you are nearby. Lavanya Moy is very nearby, we expect, in the ladies' quarters, in the ladies' section of the ashram upstairs. Then, we are here together. And yes, and in South Africa, and Madhava Prabhu joined us also from the USA. So we know, and we know more are always there on Facebook, and more see us on the recorded version. So all of you in the subtle world whose presence is being brought to us, and we are being shared with you through the ether, and then through all of this taking place miraculously by Mahaprabhu's sanction. He has allowed this technology. We're using it, but we are actually having association with you all. All right, so from a happy association of many devotees week here in Villa Govinda Ashram, I'll share the microphone. And here, right beside me, is Kumkum Devi Dasi. And we've got more devotees joining us in the back row, but the chairs are not heavy. They'll all be able to move nearer the camera in due course of time if they wish to speak. First to Kumkum Devi Dasi, back to basics. We're honored to have you with us in person as well as on Zoom. Hare Krishna.
My Dandavat to you, Maharaj, and all of the Vaishnavas present, and what an honor to be included, either through this glass screen or in person. It is all completely alive, but easier to understand that it's alive when we're in 3 dimensions with the great Vaishnavas. We can hear their gentle, beautiful voices more clearly, but everyone is always saying the glories of the holy name constantly. And here in the ashram, we often find pockets of devotees chanting japa inside or outside, and then, of course, in the temple room, when everyone comes together for the kirtans. And the practice here is for someone to choose which kirtan they want to sing. This also reveals a big part of their heart, which kirtan have they chosen. And it's just astonishing how our philosophy is rendered in song. And from the heart, you can hear when people are singing, whether they're leading or they're joining in, you can feel the heart of the devotees filling everything. And then their lordships are looking and giving us so much encouragement. So I'm just saying that the blessings of the Vaishnavas are everything that we are hoping for here. Like Maharaj mentioned, we are missing a few, like Leela Moy Prabhu from who have hopped over the pond to London now, but this is not far. And so we are all together, and greatly appreciating the extreme cleansing that this association is helping us to feel. This is our necessity. We can become clarified, and we can be even more and more assured that we can make progress continuing in this line, this joyful line. And such good prasadam. Unbelievable.
There you are. Sometimes I say, why are so many devotees coming to Villa Govinda Ashram? It's because of the prasadam. They've heard of the wonderful cooking of all of the devotees here. And actually, it is also a place to come to learn cooking if you really like to learn cooking. And here's Nirupama Devi Dasi. Now she's in Ukraine, but she was here for so long, and she's taken back their Italian recipes to Ukraine. We know it. We hear from the devotees, and they appreciate it. So well done, Nirupama Devi Dasi. Hare Krishna. All right. And Nirupama Devi, would you like to say something? It looks like you're going to the temple or going somewhere. Probably not so convenient.
Dandavat Gurudev, Dandavat all devotee. I'm sorry because all temple it's very quiet.
Leaping.
Yes, I'm sorry. I can't. I'm not prepared for this. I'm sorry, but my Dandavat for you all.
It's perfect. We happily heard from you, Nirupama Devi. And do be considerate for the devotees around and about. And here we're in the prasadam hall, and so we've got the doors closed so the sound doesn't go upstairs. All right. Anyhow, very happy to hear from you and to see each of you. And so the microphone, I think, is on its way to Paramananda Prabhu.
It's Bhanavi.
It's
Bhanavi.
Bhanavi, yes.
Prepared something.
Oh, Bhanavi's prepared something. If you clip the microphone on, and we'll see if we can get the camera a little nearer to you somehow.
My Dandavata to everybody. And yeah. So what to say? Yesterday we did the Italian Zoom, and the theme was about devotion and emotion. Very beautiful talk from Srila Bhaktivendanta Maharaj, from Paramananda Prabhu, from Devi Dasi. It was so amazing to hear from them about that. And what I want to say, many things was said about that, but it's the joy. So Maharaj yesterday was pointing out what is important to understand within us if the practice is working, because we feel joy, we feel more joy than if we don't practice. So this can be a way of understanding the process, and also the importance of process of bhakti, that we know it has like specific way of going. So to stabilize ourselves into the practice and to feel some taste for that, increase in taste, and finally let the bhakti blooms, and also the importance of being very close to the devotees who has already realized devotion. So being in ashram, of course, is simpler, and it's just so grateful to stick to them and to see how they behave, their concentration, and their way also of giving order to others. And also yesterday was said about the holy name, the importance of chanting, the trust we must have into the process, into the chanting of the holy name that is really revealing into us Krishna consciousness little by little. And so this is some contribution from me. Happy to be with all of you.
And
But-
Bhanavidit is giving credit to those who spoke yesterday in the Italian Zoom, but actually she started the speaking, well, after the first introduction by Madhurananda Prabhu, and she flowed and spoke so beautifully, and I thought, yes, we've got someone who can enthusiastically share Krishna consciousness. And she's in Rome with Om Prakash Prabhu, her husband, newly officially initiated, but always been a devotee at heart. And so more and more good indication something may happen wonderfully in Rome. Rome may be conquered after all. Hare Krishna.
If I can add just a very small thing about emotion and devotion, I forgot to tell yesterday. I remember once we were here with Paramananda, we were walking and outside for an hiking, and I asked him, wow, how can I be rid of all these emotions that let me be so away from devotion and confusing me that much? And he said, just substitute them. And it was so inspiring for me. And each time I keep thinking about that, substitute them with something higher, of course. Not again.
Jai. Well, let's hear from Paramananda Prabhu himself. He's given you good tips while walking and talking. Let us pray to him for some good tips while we are seated here in front of our glass screens, as Kumkum said.
Well, I was sitting and thinking that we're taking for granted that wherever we are, we can just come to Zoom meeting. But realizing that Maharaj waking up sometime at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., and now I'm doing it, so I'm seeing what is it, and also quite a few devotees, faithful Lilamoy, he's following Maharaj everywhere, and the devotees who are present here. It's a little bit of an austerity, little bit. The biggest austerity we concluded with Munindra Mohan Prabhu is the festival feasts. There's nothing more austere than that in the life of a devotee. So
Hare Krishna.
it's not so bad to be a devotee, actually. You just need to learn how to handle festival feasts. The rest is super smooth and easy. I'm kind of half asleep still, but
Jet lag.
But we've been reading every morning Chaitanya Charitamrita in the sermons of the Guardian of Devotion, and recently we read about divine emotions, the true divine emotions, the high feelings of the high Vaishnavas, on the example of Madhavendra Puri and his pastime when Gopal himself came in front of him while he's fasting under the tree near the Govardhan hill and supplied him some nourishment. And Madhavendra Puri accepted it. At that time, he did not know who this person was, but some hints came into his heart, but he couldn't accept it. Because he thought he's so unqualified in his humility, that even though he had a strong feeling that this person was probably Krishna, but he just, what's the word? Dismissed it, yes. He dismissed his thoughts, thinking it's impossible that it would happen to me. I don't possess any devotional qualities, and why Krishna would come personally in front of me. But later on, Krishna conformed his feelings. He came into his dream and explained, it is indeed me, Madhavendra Puri, and I came here because I need something from you. I need some seva. The whole story started from that discovery of Gopal, installing the deities and going to collect some chandan and Kshira Chora Gopinath, and etc., etc. And then the next story, Srila Guru Maharaj quotes, a story about how Srila Rupa Goswami, on appearance day of Sanatana Goswami, wanted to make some sweet rice for the satisfaction of his older brother, whom he revered as his guru. We heard that Srila Goswami, or Srila Sanatana Goswami, was the guru of all at that time. He was the oldest, and naturally, this is a part of the culture too, that we have been exposed, even though it may not be the case in the Western culture, but a senior person is naturally respected in this part. I mean, in the Asian, in Indian, Asian parts of the world. So Sanatana Goswami was accepted by everyone. And obviously, not because he was old, but only, but of his qualification, his kindness and compassion to every living being. So Rupa Goswami is thinking, oh, he likes Paramananda, sweet rice, so I must endeavor to make sweet rice for him. So he's just contemplating, but then he's also considering, then, but I'm a renunciate, I don't have anything. And sweet rice is not, we can say, a cheap preparation. It requires some ingredients. A fine rice have to be found, fine milk, camphor, all those spices that you put in there, very fine sugar. So in his heart, he's thinking, it would have been wonderful if I could have do that. And then shortly after that, a beautiful young girl, shows up with all the ingredients. And then she passes the ingredients to Rupa Goswami, and he's overwhelmed because he's thinking now it will be possible. He's completely focused on the service to Sanatana Goswami. He's not even considering anything else, but also some feeling is entering his heart that this girl, I have never seen this girl anywhere. And Goswamis, they were traveling from village to village, so they knew, they were familiar with the residents of that area. And at that time, maybe it wasn't like now, not so many. And so he takes the ingredients and been focused on the service of Sanatana Goswami, even though he's thinking, very unusual girl, and he's experiencing divine ecstatic emotions. He's suppressing that and focusing on service. And then when Sanatana Goswami arrives, there is this sweet rice, and Sanatana Goswami is very surprised. He said, Rupa, where did you get all the ingredients? And he explains that. When Sanatana Goswami hears the explanation and samples a little bit of that sweet rice, immediately he understands what happened. And then he says, oh, we did so wrong, Rupa. The person whom we are trying to serve, who is the worshipable object in our life, our destiny, came here to serve us. There's nothing more horrible than that. And then immediately he leaves with a broken heart. And Guru Maharaj expresses these two absolutely incredible and amazing feelings of different devotees of the very high level, actually the residents of that world. So when we hear that, it makes us humble. If they're feeling that, so if some feelings come to us, what is our situation, what is our position? So it's good to remember those stories about how the divine emotions entering the hearts of the great Vaishnavas and what is their reaction to that. It makes them even more humble, makes them feel more unqualified, and doubting their is that they're asking themselves, not true, it is impossible, it cannot be. So that kind of very sweet mood. Anyway, it was on that subject.
Jai. So this is the current reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, no?
Yes, Maharaj. Oh, no, that was from sermons of the
sermons, right, sermons. Chaitanya Charitamrita, we're still in the section of Mahaprabhu teaching to Sanatana Goswami, which is the longest section in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. So this is here in Villa Govinda, and behind us here also we got Seva Rupa Devi Dasi, we got Shyama Priya Devi Dasi, and
many others.
And many others. I can't see them all. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you. So who has the microphone? Sevarupa.
Jai.
You have? And then Shamaprishi will be eager to say something in a moment too. We'll move the camera to mystically, instead of all the way to South Africa, we can do it all the way just across the table here. Please.
Dandvat pranams, Gurudev, all the devotees present and online, and all the who be seeing the recordings. My obeisances to all of you, and yeah, being here in person, and I wouldn't say representing South Africa, but all the devotees that wished to be here as well. The eagerness to join the festivals by heart. It's amazing to be here in person. I think also being there, there's more of a hankering to want to be joining in all the festivities. And there's definitely no shortage of seva here. It's just flowing everywhere. Devotees are so eager to be washing up, to be helping, driving, cooking, cleaning. It's just ongoing. This is how it feels 24/7 to be 25 hours a day, to be in remembrance of all the devotional services. And I'm sure there are some devotees online that might want to, or have any questions, or want to contribute or say something. Maybe there's an opportunity if someone would like to say something. No, everybody's shy. But
that's what everybody's saying.
yeah.
When we're in person, we keep asking questions.
Yes.
When we're on Zoom, there's no questions.
Yeah.
So,
And everybody's just eager to join in and be present in these festivals. And yes, the Seva Prasadam is yeah, ongoing. I mean, yeah, where Paramananda Prabhu was saying this is the only place where he feels like he actually gained some weight when leaving here, because it's
highly dangerous.
highly dangerous. Yeah.
You may actually become a devotee here.
You become a bigger devotee here.
Absolutely. But yeah, I'm just trying to be fully absorbed in all the nourishment from here, and remembering all the devotees that also are here by heart. So Jai Gurudev.
And on the theme of service here also, they've invented a name for because here we have the big pots for cooking for so many people. And so the wash-up crew from the kitchen, now they call the heavy metal gang. Isn't that right, Vilamoy? The heavy metal gang. Because they're washing up eagerly, happily, smilingly the pots from the feast, etc. So, but now we lost Leela Moy Prabhu, one of the heavy metal gang, but we still got more left. And so the heavy metal will still keep playing without you, Leela Moy Prabhu. Krishna fills every void. Oh, it does not make us feel humbled. Oh, I'm not so important after all. Oh dear. And as one of our dear friends says, the graveyard, it's full of indispensable people. Hare Krishna. So it is our opportunity, when the opportunity comes to us to do service, it's our opportunity that we may not have that in the future. Now we have this opportunity, and we're praying for service, as Guru Maharaj says, to chant the holy name without that service mood and hankering for service. Then it is like firing the blank bullets from the gun. It's making the sound, but there's no potency there. So when we do have service, when that desire that came in our heart, at least at some point, oh, I need to have service, then to take that opportunity. And as now the world has learned from Villa Govinda Ashram to surrender to that service by just smile and say yes. There we are. Sharanagati. All right, and here is Shyama Priya Devi Dasi. Just 1 second.
Dandavad, dear devotees, and happy to see you all here. And as Maharaj said, smile and say yes, and only one hard thing when you have to say like kind of no, I just can't anymore. It's about our prashadam. When you just this seva sometimes is so hard, so you try to not say no, but try to give the tiger hands like no. I just can't. I did much as I can. It is the only one place here where devotees say no. In any other places, they always smiling and saying yes to seva, to service to the Vaishnavas, to serving to each other and to the Lord. And it is big inspiration for me because everyone putting a lot of their attention how to help others, how to manage things in the best way, and everyone so concentrated on seva, so concentrated on the Lord, and it's impressive. It inspires like everyone who could pass through. I feel that anyone who by accident could come here immediately become a sincere seeker, become a devotee. And I've been told on my like in the beginning of my way in Hare Krishna that in devotional in the spiritual world everyone speaks only Harikatha, and in spiritual world they not talking about anything else. They constantly speak about Krishna, about his leelas, and I was thinking how that possible. And I tried to compare like these stories about spiritual world and my plane, and I was thinking it is big difference between my world and Krishna's world. And now I see how that could be, how that possible, because here nobody speaking nothing else but Krishna Katha. And I see many devotees who made their spiritual life, like they're not separating material life and spiritual life. They always live only spiritual life. Everything that's happening in their lives here, they always connect to Krishna, everything for service to him, and nothing mundane, no mundane topics. And it's also really inspiring and helps me to see activities from my life in a proper way, in a proper angle of vision, adjust my vision to like to the supreme will, and understand that everything that's happening it have some reason, and Krishna have planned for every one of us and help us to come to him as quickly as it possible. And on this topic, we've been talking with Ishwarananda yesterday during our walk and talk, and we discussed the shortcuts while traveling, while doing some walks. And he said that at first I thought that the Mahaprabhu, it is our shortcut, but then I realized that it is not shortcut, it is the only way for us, because Mahaprabhu given us so much, and all the Chaitanya Charitamrita, it's so concentrated, substantial thing, and it's very practical. You can read only Chaitanya Charitamrita and you will get everything, because Mahaprabhu and Nityananda the most merciful, and they could take us from our position to the Krishna's world, and that's so inspiring. And then I've been reminded that we have even more concentrated thing. It is our bhajan that we chant every day, and it's really important not just to chant some words. It's important to remember the meaning when we chant that bhajans. It's important to reread the translation and to chant with some consciousness during chanting. It is, of course, it's purifying when you chant these words of sincere Vaishnavas, but understanding could give us even more. So we have super concentrated Vaishnava's words in our daily practice, and we have Mahaprabhu and Nityananda. So we have not just hope, we have the path, and we see the light, and we go that direction. And so we're very, very lucky. And thank you so much, and that.
We are very lucky, all of us. It is a fact. Hare Krishna. Yes, Kamala, New York State, Indu in the deep south, Indu Lake in the deep south, Nadia Priya in Germany, Gangalila, also USA, Dhanake, USA, Aparajita, Bangkok. Hare Krishna. Yes, Aparajita, David actually just turned on her microphone. I think she's eager to say something, and I know Bimal Krishna, he's ready to share something. On the other side, we've got so many devotees talking here together, Zoom, who would otherwise be on Zoom. So let us hear from you on the Zoom side of the world. First, Aparajita, David, I see.
Maharaj, Dhanavad everyone. Yeah, I'm very happy seeing what's going on in Villa Govinda every day, and so beautiful. I also feel like I'm there with you all, and I very appreciate that you always sharing like online, have live a lot like every day, and yeah, very happy. And in Bangkok, we also have some good news. Recently, we just received a lot of books from Ami, the Russian
Amir
devotees.
Sindhu Prabhu.
Sindhu Prabhu, yeah, he just moved to India and he brought a lot full luggage of books to Bangkok, and now we have a lot of books. So very happy, and we soon will have big events with Govinda Farm family, Paramananda Prabhu, Krishna Priya, and Ramasundra, and yeah, I'm very happy to and excited about that. And also we have support from some space in Bangkok. They invited us, and yes, yeah, that's update from Bangkok.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you for the update, positive and progressive. And very good, you've got the books for yourselves to read as well as for the newcomers to read too. The books are not only for others, they are for ourselves. We know it. Jai. Hare Krishna, Bangkok, Bhaktivendanta, Bangkok preaching, ki Jai. Bimal Krishna Prabhu. Microphone, click.
Dandavad Maharaj.
Okay, yes, Dandavad.
Really beautiful to hear what everybody's saying. It's really inspiring, and I think you can feel it. I've been watching on Facebook too, a lot of the live, the the stories and different things, the pictures and everything. It's really beautiful to see, and you can tell the atmosphere there is, it's very sweet, and anyway, I've really appreciated what everybody's sharing. I'm sad to see, as happy as I am to see Kumkum there, I'm sad that she has left. Here I felt happy, some comfort knowing that I had a devotee so close nearby, and now she's so far, but always close in our hearts. But happy to see you there with the devotees, and you're always smiling, and I can tell that you're enlivened, and it's beautiful to see that as well. But you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong. There was a special day a few days ago, I think yesterday for us, somebody's birthday, an appearance day. Maharaj?
What do you want me to say?
Paramananda Prabhu was, well, you might deny, Maharaj.
But that day has passed. It's in the history books. We're talking about the present. Live in the present.
Maharaj, I didn't get to express my appreciation, so if I could take a minute, I just had a few things written down that when I think of you, these things come to my mind. If I could be so bold, but
Well,
please forgive my offenses, and but anyway, these are just some things that I've thought about. But a perfect gentleman, friend of the fallen, Vaishnava Seva, Guru Seva, Gurudev, Guru Maharaj, Vaishnava, Acharya, Charnadapi Sunichena Tarori Vasi Ishnuna Amanina Mana Dena Kirtanya Sadahari, and Vanchakalpatrubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Srila Bhaktivedanta Madhusudan Maharaj ki jai.
Hare Krishna. Prabhu, that is the power of your spectacles, the vision. Everything is in the eye of the seer. We are on the team together to try to fulfill our Guru's wishes and all of those things that you say. This is the hope that Gurudev has, that Guru Maharaj has for everyone. And we also hope to have those qualities properly. So Bimal Krishna, he's an example. He is an example always before us. When we see him, all the devotees are happy. And one definition Srila Guru Maharaj gave about who is a Vaishnava, who is a devotee. He's someone who makes another devotee happy. A devotee becomes happy seeing him, or that person, he or she, then that devotee. That person is a devotee. So Bimal Krishna, we're very happy with you on the devotee team. We are the team together. Let us try to do our best and help each other. And so your words are meant for helping, and may we all hope to have the qualities that you describe. And by the way, I just thought, Gurudev will be happy you say that verse. Trinadapi Sunichana Taroriva Seshana Amanina Manadina Kirtaniya Sara Harihi. And Guru Maharaj chose the verse that Mahaprabhu said just after that in Chaitanya Charitamrita, where Mahaprabhu said, where these are like 4 jewels, 4 great gems, 4 valuable gems, and wear them, this humility, tolerance, giving honor, and not wanting honor for oneself, wear them on the thread not of cotton, not of nylon, but the thread of the holy name, and wear them around your neck for constant remembrance. So Srila Gurudev will be very happy that you've expressed that and reminded us all that this is the jewel of life, that we have to constantly remember this verse of Mahaprabhu and the guidance.
Maharaj, I do say too, with everyone's blessings and Paramananda Prabhu's blessings, we were hoping to come as a family to Thailand, which is up in the air. I know this is short notice, but maybe this is us giving some notice. I'm hoping to, at least, if not my family, I'm hoping myself to come to Thailand, and just Gurudev willing, and we'll see some things up in the air. But anyway, with all your blessings, hopefully that will come to fruition. And my dandavats to you all, and thanks for the opportunity to share something.
Jai Bimal Krishna Prabhu.
Absolutely must come.
Some added voltage to your pilgrimage. Hare Krishna. Yes. A final word, a last word from anybody, if anyone would like to share something. We are here, by the way, in 1 minute's time. Schedule, it's on the schedule for what? Bimal Krishna knows what we're going to do at 5 a.m. Your microphone's off. So we're going to chant. Yes, chant japa and as much as possible outside. And well, we better touch wood. The mosquitoes have not been out in the morning. They're out in the evening very happily. But we've been very fortunate. We've been able to be outside to chant our japa and to chant japa with others outside at this time of the morning, where the light of day comes and then, gradually becomes more and more. And so everyone trying to get into good habits to keep us going again for the next months or whatever it is of our lives until we come together with many devotees. Hare Krishna. And we have to stay just a moment longer because I see that Nadia Narayani. Nadia Narayani. I don't know when the clocks went back or forwards in America, but it was a long time ago. We're just about to finish in our back to basics this time, but we've extended it just so we can welcome you and just say, we are always remembering you and got our good thoughts with you. And one day, maybe we'll have the good opportunity of having you here in person or in the Thai festival in person, and we can all be just like when we were young and all together in Navadip, chanting and engaging in seva, etc. But Nadia Narayani, there in California, and we're very happy to know you're keeping on going. You're a devotee. So devotee is always a devotee. So happy to have you with us too. All right, dear ones, from Nadia Narayani, Jai Dandavat Pranams. Hare Krishna. We don't want to embarrass you, but we do want to appreciate you, which we do. All right, so each of you good souls here, all appreciated. Prema Sindhu Prabhu and team. Oh, Tonga Rasa Devi Dasi, Divya Shakti Devi joined us on Facebook. We'll be happy to have you join us on Zoom as well, Divya Shakti, sometime when you can, because your contributions always substantial and with heart. Everybody's, but we love to hear from you. And yesterday, Paramananda Prabhu also pointed out on the screen, Divya Shakti is with us on the Italian Zoom. So we're always happy, Divya Shakti. You are also another of these, okay, maybe many, but special personalities. Whenever anyone sees you, they're happy. Whenever the devotees see you, they're happy. This is your very nature. All right, so to all of you, our appreciation and our great jais to Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda, Dev-Goswami Maharaj ki jai, Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rakshira Dev-Goswami Maharaj ki jai, Srila Prabhupada, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai, and to Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur ki jai, Sri Rupanuga Guru Bhava ki jai, and Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur, maybe ki jai, Harinam Sankirtan ki jai, all the assembled devotees online, on Facebook, on Zoom, in the recorded version ki jai, and all the assembled devotees here in Villa Govinda Ashram ki jai. And now we can open the doors and make a bit more sound. It's 5 a.m. Time for everyone to be up and chanting japa. Nitai Gaura Premanandi, Hari Hari Bo, Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha, Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha, Patitanam Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo, Namo Namah.
Jai Srila Bhaktivendanta Madhusudan Maharaj ki jai.
Hare Krishna. My And my duty, and really my not only duty, my necessity is to pass that on to Gurudev, Guru Maharaj and Srila Prabhupada. Nitai Gaur Premanandi, Hari Hari Bol. Dandavat with all best wishes from all of us to each corner, here, there and everywhere. Nitai Gaur Premanandi, Hari Hari Bol. Govinda Govinda. Bye, see you soon. And well done, Leela Moy Prabhu. Leela Moy Prabhu got up at 2:30 this morning, London time. You see, smile and say yes. There you are. Hare Krishna. You can't not smile. He's trying not to smile. Look. All right, dear devotees, Dandavat Pranam.